Hari Om everyone. I welcome all of you to today's Gita class. Today we will be playing a very fun quiz come game and we are calling it the Maha Quiz. It's called the Maha Quiz because it has so many little quizzes and so many little games and all of it together forms this Maha Quiz. So let's begin now. Of course, with the name of Krishna, I request all of you to please join your hands and chant with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna. Let us start now. The first one is called the puzzle round. Do all of you know what scrambled words are? So you have one word, or we will have one word on your screen, but then the letters are jumbled. You'll have to guess what the word is. Here's the first word. It could be a person, it could be an adjective. Yes, Nigda.
Is it Vivekananda?
Very nice. Excellent, Snigdha. Great job. Here's the next word. Yes, Grihit. Do you have the answer?
Buddha.
Wow, very good, Grihit. It indeed is Buddha. Here's the third one. Yes, Anya.
I think it is I don't know. I was going to say it's Yamuna. But it's
Oh, no, it's not. See, there's no Y, the letter Y. Let me give you a hint. Or let's take 10 more seconds and then I'll give you a hint. Okay. Now, yes, Akshat.
Hanuman.
Very nice. Excellent, Akshat. It is Hanuman. Here's the next word. Yes, Naksh.
Brahman.
Very good. It is Brahman. Very nice. Here's the last word. Yes, Nigda.
Satvik.
Very nice. Excellent. What is Satvik? Does this remind you of something?
Yeah.
What does it remind you
It's
of?
the three gunas, Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva.
Excellent. And which one should we all strive towards?
Sattvic.
Satvik. Very good. Excellent. Great job, everyone. With that, we come to an end of this part of the quiz. Next, we have the picture round. This is even simpler. So you have a picture on your screen. Every time, in every question, you'll have a picture on your screen, and you'll have to tell me if it's from a story, then which story, and tell me what you learned from the story. Else, it'll be of a person, and you'll have to tell me who that person is and what you learned from that person. Okay? That's how simple the game is. So, which story is the scene from, and what lesson did you take away from it? Yes, Anya.
Ma'am, this story is from the story named Prahlada. It's a story named Prahlada. So it's in my book. And what lesson did I take away from it? I take away that a small act of kindness can change someone's day.
Okay. Does someone have a different answer?
Ma'am, I don't exactly know the name of the story.
Okay, no worries. Uh, Akshat? Yes, Akshat.
Eh,
1 second. Okay, yes, Nakshat. Yes, Naksh.
That is Satya. Satya Harsana.
Satya Harishchandra. Very nice. Very good, Naksh. Does someone want to tell me what they learned from the story? Akshat?
We learned
We learned
truthness.
to speak truth.
Truthness. Very good. Very good. Akshat and Naksh. Very nice. Yes, we learned that we should always be honest. So that is what Satya Harishchandra did throughout the story. He faced so many obstacles, he faced so many challenges, but he always stuck to speaking the truth, right? And Aditya Anna asked us, what is his secret? How is he honest all the time? Then we realized that is because he is not attached to anything in this world, in this material world, which gives him that strength to always speak the truth. And that is what is powering him. And that is what is keeping him with that feeling of completeness and fulfillment with whatever he's doing. Very nice. So this picture reminds us of one important lesson. Does someone remember the lesson? Of to prompt you a little bit, there's a dirty glass, and the question we looked at in one of the classes was, how would you clean this dirty glass? Now, does anyone remember? Snigdha, Anya. Yes, Grihit. Yes.
So we can take one more glass. You told without moving it, no? So we can
Correct.
take one more glass, roll the tissue, make it like a pipe, and leave it for some days, which will all
Nice.
there.
Good solution. But we looked at another solution in the class. This is a good solution. But we looked at something else
I know
also.
that
Yes,
also.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
take one more glass of water, keep on pouring it inside the dirty glass water. The dirty water will come off.
Very good. And what does that tell us? What does that teach us something? Sanvi, yes, Grihit. Yeah. Do you remember? Right?
Right.
Okay. Yes, Sanvi. Do you want to add something? Or do you remember the important lesson we learned?
Yes, Manya. So basically, uh, if because of others' good influence, we can also turn good.
Very nice, which is satsanga, to have a good company. So that turns us good. So when Krishna tells us to purify ourselves or our mind, we don't really need to think about what do I do? How do I remove the impurities if there are any? That is arrogance, pride, false ego, all of this. How do I remove all of this? You don't really have to worry about that. You just need to keep adding the good qualities. Like you keep adding the clean water, and you'll find out that this glass does become pure after some time. Similarly, you need to think about what you can add. So we saw some examples like satsanga, sadguru, seva, manana, nididhyasa, shravana, all of these things. All of this helps us. Once we cultivate all of that, we purify ourselves. Very nice. Okay, who is this individual, particularly this individual in this picture, and what valuable lesson do we learn from their life? Do you remember? Yes, Anya.
Ma'am, this is Sindhutai.
No, it's not Sindhutai.
Oh, looks like Sindhutai.
Keep thinking. Yes, Grihit.
I think it is Amrutavalli Amma.
Very nice. Excellent, Grihit. And what lesson did we learn? Do you remember something from her life, or what we learned from her story?
Like she took care of others. Like she didn't take care of other. Like, hey, you are not my child, so why should I take care of you? She didn't do like that. She took care of them.
Very nice, very nice. And we also saw in the story that she was blind. She couldn't see things. Still, that did not demotivate her. That, in fact, that did not stop her at all. That did not become a hurdle in her journey. She was strong enough to help all these hundreds of children who are special, who other their parents, sometimes people around them thought were disabled. They had lot of difficulties doing things. They thought they couldn't really do much in life. Yet she took care of them. She helped them. So, what did we learn in this story? We learned that where does this strength come to Amritavalli Amma? The strength comes from the realization that I am the Brahman, and that knowledge it makes you realize that you are complete and you are strong, and that you can serve the divine in all. Very good. And who is this individual, and what valuable lessons does their life teach us? Yes, Grihit.
Sindhu Tai.
Very nice. And do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Hmm.
she was rescued by the cows, and
Hmm.
and the same story like Amrita Amma.
Yeah, very true. Yes, Snigdha. You have something to add?
Yeah. What the valuable lesson I understood from her story was that she never gave up in her life.
Very nice. Which is true. So there were many obstacles, and there were many chances or times, moments in her life where she could have given up and done something else with her life, but she chose to be of help to someone else. She chose to selflessly serve others. And also, if you remember, her husband comes back to her once she actually becomes famous for all her good deeds. Once she is running a very big home, she's serving a lot of people. And one of those days her husband comes back, the one who had thrown her out of the house and had beaten her up. So does anyone remember what she does with her husband? Yes, Snigdha.
She lets him in the, so she takes care of him and she tells him
Yes.
to things.
Yes, she forgives him. So how, and what did we learn from also, what do we learn from this? How there may be there may be some things that might hurt us, some people who we may think have done wrong to us, which is true, they have done something wrong. But this shloka that we learned, it offers this realization that there is a divine in all, and you can choose to take a look at something as a challenge, a difficulty, or you can later think about it as something that shaped who you are today, or something that helped you become a better person. In this story, the husband was very bad. He threw her out, he bet her, almost killed her, but she forgave him. And also, we know that maybe that helped her who she is today. So, that is one thing we learned from this. Here is the last picture. Which story is this scene from? And what lesson do you take from it? Anyone? Yes, Grihit.
So this is the story of the salt doll,
Yes.
and the doll was like selfish, like it was selfish. If I go inside the water, I may become the salt which was already inside the water, so that it will go inside and merge with that salt also. Never knew. She thought I'll never dissolve.
Okay. The story, yes, you got the story right. But wait, let me remind you. Or Akshat, do you have something to add?
Like we have that's like merging with
Correct.
self with Brahman.
Correct. Very
The
nice. Both.
salt, when it merges in the ocean, it becomes one with it.
Yes, very good. Excellent, Akshat and Grihit. Both of you are right. So, this is the story of a salt doll, like Grihit said. So, this salt doll wants to explore. It's searching. So, its entire life, it was searching for the ocean. And it wanted to touch and see how the ocean feels. So, finally, one day it finds the ocean. And then it steps on the ocean. But what happens? It gets dissolved in the ocean. It wanted to understand the ocean, but the moment it touched it, it became one with the ocean. Similarly, when we realize who the Brahman is, there are not two things anymore, me and the Brahman. There is only one. Just like how the moment the salt doll actually touched the ocean, actually realized how the ocean is, that moment it became one with ocean. There were no two things. There were no salt doll and ocean. It was all ocean that you could see. Similarly, when you realize the Brahman or when you realize your own true nature, you become one with Brahman because you were never different. But this realization offers you that insight. Here's the most interesting and fun part of the game. It's called Wisdom in Action. So we will look at some shlokas and we will also read their meanings. Then you will be given a situation and you will have to solve it. You are all problem solvers. You need to find out a nice solution, or you should honestly answer what you would do with the lesson that we learned from the shloka. So we have this shloka 15.19. Who would like to chant the shloka? Disha? Diya, would you like to read the chant the shloka? Okay. Yes, Diya. Please chant. We can't hear you. Could you be a little louder or come closer?
व्योममेवमसम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत.
Diya, could you also please read the meaning?
Those who know me without doubt as the Supreme Divine Personality truly have complete knowledge. O Arjuna, they worship me with their whole being.
Very nice. Excellent. Thank you, Diya. Now, here's the situation. Your close friend worked very hard for a competition but didn't win. Instead, someone else who is less deserving in your view got the prize. Your friend feels angry and disappointed. What would you say to comfort them? Yes, Anya.
Well, when the friend loses the competition, I comfort them saying that they have so many chances ahead rather than this competition. Like, let's see, they lost in the sports day competition, they come fourth, they didn't come third. So I might as well say that there are many competitions ahead for you,
Hmm?
and I might as well say that there is also a sports day every year. It's not like that
Hmm.
only like once a year
Very
sports day.
nice.
It's
Very
every
nice.
year. Every year.
Yes.
I convince her and I literally like
Tell her to look forward to the next one and not lose her heart, right?
yeah.
Very nice. Excellent. Yes, Akshat.
All is well.
All is well. Okay. Correct. Excellent. Does anyone else want to share what they would do? Yes. Okay. So we saw how Sindhutai did not really complain or did not hold grudge against someone or did not kind of just keep thinking about what happened to her, but saw all of it maybe later as something that helped her be who she is. So she probably looked at everything in life as some situation you could learn from. Similarly, Anya is right when she says this is coming every year. You'll have so many opportunities. What you can do now is to probably learn, prepare better, and you can do it next year. And all is well. Disha, would you like to chant the shloka and read the meaning?
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् I am seated in the hearts of all living beings, and from me come memory, knowledge, as well as forgetfulness. I am alone I alone am to be known by all the Vedas. I am the author of the Vedant and the knower of the meaning of the Vedas.
Excellent. Thank you, Disha. Here's your situation. On your way home, you see a stray dog shivering in the rain. You're tired from school and want to rush home, but you also feel like helping. What would you do? What would you do? Anyone can answer this. Yes. Yes, Anya.
Even though I was tired from school and I wanted really so bad go to the room and just do whatever I wanted. So I feel like helping also. So what will I do? I'll go and help this stray dog. I anyways cannot adopt it. I can't do anything for that dog. But the only thing I could do is at least give it a little bit shelter. Not I don't mean taking it to my
Hmm.
home. My parents will surely not allow that. So I go somewhere in the layout. Even though my parents don't allow me, I'm still going to do it. I go in a layout. I try to find a place for that dog where it could be taking shelter till the rain stops. I go and go and go till I find that shelter. I go keep the dog there.
Hmm.
If I even have some leftover food that I did not have eat in school, I'll give it a little bit, then I'll go.
Very nice. Excellent, Anya. So always focus on what you can do. So anytime you feel like helping someone, you may have 100 reasons that tell you why you can't do it or how you can't do it. But there will always be one reason, and focus on that one reason, and you will be able to help and you will find ways to help. And most often, our parents mean good to us when they suggest things, when they advise us. So it's always nice if you can also involve your parents. Maybe try explaining it to them why it's important that way, or why it would make you happy to probably feed the dog. And maybe also understand why your parents may be telling you what they're telling you. So, but yes, Anya is
Uh,
right.
my, pa- my parents actually don't allow because I have a baby brother at home. So
Yes, see, so there's
if they
always
gave him
some
little,
reason, huh?
yeah, they'll give him rabies and all. So that's why usually
Yes,
do.
there will always be some reason. So it's nice if you can also try and understand why they say what they say, and also explain or tell them why you think this is important. And that's always the best thing to do. But Anya is right. So if you can't take it home, then see what you can do. Maybe you have a cloth at home. Maybe you can give it to the dog, wrap the dog in that cloth. So, or you have some food, maybe help feed the dog. So there's always something you can do and focus on that part. Here are some more shlokas. Who would like to chant the shloka? Sanvi, would you like to chant?
Sure, Nanya.
So how we go about it is we will first chant this, and then there are two more shlokas. You can chant all of them, and then we'll read the meaning together. Okay?
Can you repeat
You
that?
can start. Yes, please.
No, can you repeat what you just said?
Oh, so there are three shlokas, and you'll have to first chant all the three shlokas, 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll read the meaning. Is that okay? Yes.
Yeah. अभयं सत्त्वसंशुद्धिर्ज्ञानयोग्यव्यवस्थितः स्थितिः दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायश्च तप आर्जवम्
Very nice.
अहिंसा सत्यमक्रोधः त्यागः शान्तिरपैशुनम् दया भूतेष्वलोपुत्वम् मार्दवम् ह्रीरचापलम् तेजः क्षमा धृतिः शौचम् अद्रोहो नातिमानिता भवन्ति सम्पदं दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत.
Thank you, Sanvi. Is Swanandi here? Or does anyone else want to read the meaning of these three shlokas? Do you? Yes, great. Go ahead.
Oh, what's that?
Skyan.
O Scion of Bharat. These are the saintly virtues of those endowed with a divine nature, fearlessness, purity of mind, steadfastness in spiritual knowledge, charity, control of the senses, sacrifice, study of those scared books, austerity and straightforwardness. Non-violence, truthfulness, absence of anger, what's that?
Renunciation.
Renunciation, peacefulness, restraint from fault finding, compassion toward all living beings, absence of covetousness, gentleness, modesty, and lack of fickleness.
Yes.
Vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, bearing enmity toward none, and absence of vanity.
Excellent. Very nice. Great job. So here's your situation. This is the last situation, by the way. One day you're walking back home and someone in your neighborhood speaks harshly to you for no real reason. You feel very hurt and angry. Later, you see the same person struggling to carry heavy bags. In that moment, what would you choose to do? Yes. Yes, Anya. Yes, Anya, please.
Even though the person speak very harshly to me, I would still help the person. Wait a minute. I would only help that person only once. I would never help him again. Only just
Okay.
that once.
Okay.
Because he was
Yes,
just he was struggling. He was struggling. So I had to help him.
Okay. Very nice. Yes, Akshat.
I will just help him and I just keep on going because he must have faced some struggles in that maybe in that tension he must have yelled at me. So I just better forgive him.
Very nice. Excellent. So that is what the shloka also tells us, right? So you must cultivate these nice virtues or qualities like forgiveness. You should help others selflessly. I understand that sometimes the situations like these arise and you may not really want to help that person. But remember the story of if I were any better, I would be twins. So no matter what happens, you always have the choice to choose between what you see. Is it the good, the bad? Also, yes, there is something that's happening, but it's always your choice to see to see it. The way you see it is always your choice. You can see it as a situation where you can learn something from. You can see it as a test. So despite in the morning this person yelled at me, will I still help him in the evening? You can look at things in different ways, but yes, it's always nice if you can cultivate these qualities. Why? Because these are the qualities of the divine. So now let us move to the next round. This is called rapid fire. So whoever raises their hands first will get the chance to answer. So there are very little lesser number of questions. So you may want to do it very quickly. Let's go. So what does the word apaishunam mean? Being proud, restrained from fault finding, speaking harshly, or running away from truth? Yes, Anya. Uh-oh. Wait, just give me a minute.
Manya, I
Yes.
saw the answer.
Yeah, I just noticed. 1 second. Okay. Now let me share my screen. Yes. But you can still answer if you remember which one. Who wants to answer? Yes, Snigdha.
It's the B one.
B. So could you read it out and also tell us what that could mean?
Restraint from fault finding. Like it might, I think it means that like it restrains you from finding things which are not good for you to find or something.
Okay. So what does restrain means? Restrain means you're stopping
Like
yourself.
stopping. Yeah.
Correct. Very good. And what does fault finding mean? What could it mean?
Finding the wrong thing.
Very nice. So what apaishanam essentially means is to stop finding faults in situations, in people, in life. So stop looking at the wrong, always look at the brighter side. Very nice. Here's the second question. What does Mardhavam mean? Yes, Anya.
Gentleness.
Very nice. Okay, here's the third question. What does Achapalam mean? Who wants to answer? Yes, Grihit.
I think it is restlessness.
No. Anyone else wants to try? Akshat. Yes, Akshat.
Yes,
Lack of fickleness. Okay. And do you want to tell us what it means?
I just guessed it.
Guessed it. Okay, lack of fickleness. Fickleness means uh to not be steady, to think in different ways. So just a very fun example. So you go to the ice cream stall and you probably have a class in 10 minutes, but you still go to the ice cream stall. And then you first say you want to have chocolate ice cream, but then you say you want to have strawberry. And in another second, you say you want mango. And finally, the person is about to, he takes the scoop of a mango ice cream, they're about to drop it, and they're like, no, 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 chocolate was better. So that is fickleness. So once you decide, you stick to it. Or you think carefully, make a decision first. So that would be lack of fickleness. To be steady. Now, pick the odd one out. Shama, Shaucham, Atroha, Parushyam. Who is going to tell me which one is the odd one? Yes, Disha. Do you want to answer?
Parushyam.
Sorry?
Parushyam.
Correct. Very nice. So if you notice, Kshama, Shaucham, and Adroha are all divine qualities, and the last one is an asuric quality. Very nice. So here's the fifth question. Who are you truly? Who's going to answer? Yes, Akshat. Yes, Diya. Okay, anyone can answer. Great.
I tell
Yes, please.
the Brahman.
Very nice. Excellent. Here's the sixth question. How can one realize the true nature? Anyone can answer. Yes,
Can I-
Diya.
D.
Correct. All of the above. By being with the Satguru through Seva and through Satsanga. That's the seventh question. Choose the correct statement. Where is the divine? Yes, Akshat.
Divine is in all.
Excellent. Very nice. What can illumine the divine eternal abode of Krishna? So which of these objects, sun, moon, lamp, which one of these can illumine this place? Yes, Grihit.
None of these?
Very nice. Here's the question, which of these is correct about the divine abode of Krishna? Yes, Grihit.
Only the righteous can go there.
Okay. Why don't you think if any other option also fits? Where is this divine abode? Yes, Akshat.
B.
Can you read it out for us?
I am already in the divine abode.
Very nice. In one way, Grihit is also right. Both of you are right. So it indeed is. I'm already in the divine abode. It's option B. But how am I telling you that Grihit is also right in one way? So though all of us are here, you only realize it if you are righteous, if you are pure. It's only then that you realize. So in one sense, option C is right, but option D is correct here because all of us are already there, and only once you're righteous, you'll be able to realize it. Here's the last question. Which of the following verses complete this shloka? And whoever completes it gets also to read it fully. Who wants to do it? Diya, Disha, do you want to do it? Yes. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Veda Videva Chaham.
Do you want to read it fully for us? That's right.
Sarvasya Chaham Sannishto Mattasmritirvanapohanam cha Vedaishcha Sarvairahamaeva Veda Vedanta Prigveda Videva Chaham.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great job, everyone. And here's the final round. And there's only one question. And we'll have one lucky person. Who wants to be that lucky person? Okay. But here's a caution, a word of caution. You need your videos on if you want to be that lucky person. Okay. Okay, so let's pick Snigdha. So what will Snigdha do? I will tell Snigdha something and Snigdha will act it out. So let me stop sharing. And we will all guess what Snigdha is trying to tell us. But Snigdha can't talk. So let me text Snigdha. Snigdha, you know how to check chat, right?
Yeah.
So let me text you. Do you see the message? And if Snigdha can't do it in a minute, then we'll take the next person. I think the next person was Akshat. Okay. Or Grihit. We'll take one of the two. Do you see it? Now you can't speak.
Mhm.
You'll have to do it. You'll only have to act it out. Okay.
Yeah, I see it, but then I didn't understand.
You didn't? Okay. Wait, let me tell. Remember? Now. No. Okay. Let's see if Akshat knows.
So I can't guess, right?
No, you can't. Because you already know it. Can you see it, Akshat? Do you know this? No. Okay, we'll ask if Grihit can do it. Yes. 1 second. So you can tell me, Grihit, if you're not sure of what this means. I'll explain it to you. Okay. No?
I'm just almost there.
Hmm. Okay, 1 second. You can't say it loud, right? Remember? Or, okay, so tell me if you remember. Okay, Akshat, do you remember now? Okay, Grihit, do you want to do it? Do you remember what it is? No, not sure. Okay, Akshat, do you want to try? You can use some object, you can do things, but you can't speak. That's the only rule.
Like what kind of objects?
Huh? I don't know. Up to you. You need to think.
2 minutes.
Okay. We'll give Akshat 10 seconds only. Why don't we all count? Who wants to count 10 to 0? Yes, yes, Snigdha. Okay. Oh, Akshat is back. Okay, Akshat, you can start. Okay, someone is able to guess, except, of course, Grihit and Snigdha. You can answer. Akshat, you can also, yeah. Okay. Yes, Diya, Disha.
Children of the ocean.
Excellent. Great job, Diya, Disha, and Akshat. It is Samudra Manthana, the churning of the ocean, which was between the Daivas and the Asuras. Also, we discussed this example. Vijayji discussed this example in the previous class. Does someone remember in what context and what lesson we learned from it? Grihit, do you remember? Yes, yes, please answer.
Now after seeing this picture only now I got it.
Oh, okay. Do you remember the lesson though?
Yeah,
Yes,
I,
please tell us. Huh.
but I didn't get it. How to do?
Oh, no worries. You can tell us the lesson if you remember what we learned or in what context he told us. That you can tell us that. And only one of us got the chance today. That was because this is the first time we are playing. We'll be playing this game many times, many more times in the future. So all of us will get the chance. Don't worry. Okay. Does anyone remember the lesson? Or you want to guess from the last session? So what we learned from this situation, this Samudra Mantana, is that here there were two sides which were pulling the mountain, right? One was the Daivi side and the other one was the Asura side. And what came first? Does someone remember what came first? Or initially something came. Do you remember? It was, I'll give you a hint. It's related to Shiva in some way. Yes, Anya.
Amrita?
Okay. Disha, do you want to answer? I saw your hands up as well.
Hala,
Yes. Hala, right? Hala, correct. You're right. So what is hala? It's a poison. So that came first. And what did Vijayji tell us about this? That there are both qualities, the divine qualities and the asuric qualities. What are the divine qualities? Helpfulness, forgiving, having a forgiving nature. And there are also these asuric qualities that we have, the greed, jealousy, selfishness. And our mind is pulled between these. So we're tempted to act in both ways. And when you choose to focus on the divine, when you start off, you may sometimes have the hala coming out initially. But still, if you continue to persist, why is it that first you may have the hala come out? Because initially there will be some resistance. For instance, you have some ice cream, you had one scoop, but you want to have another one. But you know it's not good. You may also want to share it with your friend. But you may want, because you may feel a little greedy and you may want to have one more scoop. So initially, when you're deciding to just give it, you may feel, oh, I'm giving it and I'm missing out. So that could make you feel a little bad, little sad and uncomfortable. But when you actually give it, then you experience the joy of sharing. You feel happy, right? Similarly, in every situation, initially there may be some discomfort, but then it's all Amrita. It's all happiness. With that, we almost come to an end. But how can we finish an entire session without a story? And today I have a very beautiful story to tell all of you. And this story is set in a hospital. There are two patients. And there's only one window in the hospital room. And one person gets to be on that side, on the side of the hospital room where there's a window. He gets to sleep next to the window because he came first. And another reason why he got that is because every day he had to clear his lungs out. There was some fluid, so he had to clear that every day. So he would go out, like look at the window and do it there. And who's the other person? The other person had a very bad injury in his back. So he couldn't sit up straight. He couldn't walk. He would always be lying down on the bed. And he was given the other side of the room where he couldn't see anything. He couldn't see the window. He couldn't see that. There was also a curtain in between. So this person, the one who had a back injury, was really sad and he was very upset because he couldn't sit, he couldn't walk around. He felt very bad that he had to sleep here all day. He felt bored. He was very depressed that he couldn't go do his job, he couldn't go home. And the doctors told him that this is going to take months and you may never be able to stand, you may never be able to sit up straight. So he was really sad. But this other person who had the window next to him, he was really happy, very cheerful. He would talk to the nurse also very well, and he would make a lot of jokes. He was always laughing. Then they also start talking to each other, the two patients. They talk, what do they talk about? They talk about their families, they talk about their life, everything. They talk about how the food was, everything. One day, this person says he's very bored and how he feels really bad staying here in this one room. And he also tells the other patient that you have a window and I don't have anything to see. But so this person says, the one at the window, he says, "Oh, don't worry at all. I'll tell you what I can see, and that way we both can enjoy the view." So he starts telling him. So out of the window, there is this beautiful park. It has lot of flowers. There are pink flowers, there are purple flowers, small tulips, there are roses. Then in the park, there's a slide, there's a swing, there's some children playing. He narrates, he describes whatever is happening. Then the next day also he tells him, today there is a group of friends and they are having great time. They're here for a picnic. And then another day he says, there's a group of children, they're practicing parade, they're doing march past. So he keeps narrating every day. Once he says there's a family and they're all laughing, they're having a really good time. There are these very beautiful trees. So he's describing all of it. And slowly this person also becomes quite happy and he also feels really good. In fact, they only talk for an hour or two because the rest of the time they're all resting, trying to recover. So this person, he used to wait for those 2 hours just to listen to what was happening in the park. And one day, morning, when he gets up, he sees that there are a lot of nurses, a lot of people around the other person. So he asks the nurse what happened, and the nurse tells him in the night, as he was sleeping, the other patient he dies, passed away. So they all, because the person was so cheerful and happy, was so good to all of them. They all of them came together and they do a little prayer and then they take him. Now, because that's empty, he requests the nurse after a few days because now he starts feeling bored again a little bit. And now he also wants to look out of the window. So he actually makes his mind one day that now I'm going to look out of the window, though he has an injury in his back. Because of that desire to look out of the window, he slowly starts practicing little bit with the help of the nurse. He gets up a little bit and day by day, gradually, he's able to sit down a little bit. And then he requests the nurse, nurse, could you please take me to the window? And I want to have a view because he'd listened to so much from this other patient, from his roommate, right? So he wanted to, he asked the nurse, and the nurse said, "Oh wow, you're able to sit now, and you're recovering so well. Sure, I will take you to the window." And then the nurse takes the patient to the window. And do you know what he sees? He sees a wall outside the window, a brick wall. That's the only thing he can see. Then he asks the nurse, in the past 1 week, who built this wall? There was a park here. Then the nurse says, this building is here from years, this wall. There was no park. There is no park, in fact. Then he says, but the person next to me, he used to tell me that there is a park. He used to tell me that he can see these trees, beautiful tulip flowers and roses. And there was also a lake. He told me all of this. Then the nurse says, that person was blind, so he could never see out of the window. What are you saying? Then he thinks about what had happened. There was never a park. There were never trees. There were no tulips. There were no roses. No children. Nobody laughing. There was only a wall. And this person was blind. So this person had lied to him in one way. But still somehow, this desire to look out of the window maybe had motivated him. And this conversation that he had, looking at the brighter sides, listening to all the nice things that this person said, that had somehow helped him get up today and recover so quickly within a week's time, which doctors told him was impossible. But now he was thinking, how, though he was blind, though both of them, in one sense, if you think about it, both had no windows, because in one window you could see nothing, and this person had no window at all. But still, look at how the two different people chose to do different things and how this motivated him. So now that's the end of the story. But now you can tell me what you learned from this story. It could be anything. You can also tell me if you liked something from the story.
I saw
Who
it.
wants to share?
My mister was just doing like this and been no problem. I do it.
Who wants to answer? Yes, Grihit.
Like in the story, it
Hmm?
Only 9 people are. 8, 9.
what do you say?
9. We are 2 now.
Like though he was blind,
Hmm?
like maybe the voices would be coming through the hospital, but then
Hmm.
don't imagine that it was there, and he just shared the view with him randomly.
No, there were no voices, because if there were voices, then the other patient would have also heard. And it was actually another hospital building. So they were just set of buildings, hospital buildings. But otherwise, what did you like from the story?
Like the man who had got a severe injury on his back, he got
Hmm?
motivated and he
Hmm.
then got recovered.
Very nice. Yes, Nikta.
This story also, in a way, talks about perspectives because, like, they, as you said, like, both of them had, like, in a way, had no windows because the person, even if the person who had a window just had a wall in front of the window. So it with the person with the window, he took it, even though he couldn't see anything, he took it in a good way, and he even told it to his roommate. But his roommate, like, could have even made stories of his own and told to his other roommate. But instead, he just thought of his room as a really boring room, and it has no window. There's nothing to look
Hmm.
outside. So
Very
he
nice.
never thought in a good
Excellent.
way.
Yes,
So
he chose. Correct. He could have chosen to be to also complain, to also say, "Oh, how am I in this situation? Oh, such a bad situation. There's a window, but there's also a wall. What's the point of having a window if there's a wall?" He could complain. In fact, he could complain, saying, "Oh, I can't. I'm blind, and now I have all these problems. I'm also so old," and things like that. But he chose to make people around him happy, to spread joy, and and to inspire them, right?
yeah.
Diya, Disha, do you have something to share?
Ma'am, there's a message in the chat saying that they left.
No, I can still see them. Do you want to share something and then leave the meeting? Okay. Hari Om. Yes, Akshat.
Anything and everything is possible if we make up our mind.
Yes. Very nice. Excellent. Yes, Anya.
Ma'am, I understood. No, in the story uh, in the story I saw a man, two
Hmm.
patients in a hospital.
Hmm.
One was with a back injury and one was had to
But
clear his lungs.
yes, but what did you learn? What is something that you liked, maybe, from the
I
story?
like I liked it when the one with the cerebral
Hmm.
had got motivated in his heart so that to stand up
Hmm.
because
Very
that's a good thing.
nice. Yes. Yes. That is very nice. Excellent. Uh, does anyone else want to share? Maybe Swanandi, Sanvi. Okay. Very nice. With that, we will once chant. Please chant with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, everyone. Hari Om.
Hari Om, ma'am.